take the series against their rival.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Gamecock Insider. I'm Derek Scott. Great to have you with us again. We've got plenty of Gamecock coverage to get into. A lot of women's basketball to cover right now, but hey, they're the #1 team in the nation, so that makes some sense, right? We start things off with our Prisma Health injury update, and the only update really to pass along is indeed regarding the women's basketball team, as Talasia Cooper, who's missed a couple of games recently with a lower leg injury, is expected to be back in the lineup for Carolina in their upcoming contest, so that is some good news. Men's team, pretty healthy, nothing to report on that side of things. That is the injury update, and it's brought to you by Prisma Health, the official team physicians and sports medicine group of the Gamecocks. Now, as we said, got some women's basketball to cover. Carolina recently was looking for its 20th win of the season, a 20-0 start, 26th consecutive victory if you want to go back to last season. They were hosting the Arkansas Razorbacks at Colonial Life Arena, and Aliyah Boston had some history on her mind.
Boston out of the paint. We got her involved early. See if we can get her involved here. Hands it off to Raven, left side, pulls up from 16 feet. Got it. Raven Johnson with her first point. Here's Zaya in the far corner. Doesn't pull the trigger on the three. She couldn't quite find the handle on the basketball. Bree Beal wants three from the right corner. Bang! Bree Beal with her 19th three-pointer of the year, and it's 42-19. Gamecocks trying to blow the lid off this one in the first half. Boston zips it to Beal on the right wing, gets it back on the elbow. She'll put it on the floor, drives the baseline, puts the shot up, no good, gets her own rebound. It was blocked on the follow-up, gets the loose ball, lays it up and in, and the Gamecocks lead 62-26. Aliyah Boston with the bucket. Aliyah Boston has broken the school career double-double mark, 13 points, 10 rebounds, and listen to the cheers. Aliyah Boston goes to the bench, probably will not return, and she is South Carolina's career record holder in double-doubles. And for the 12th straight season, the Gamecocks have a 20-win campaign as they knock off the Arkansas Razorbacks here, 92-46, to improve to 20-0 overall, 8-0 in the SEC.
Great game. Put them away, then let them back in it, and just kept pouring it on. And that's what we do. We continue to display our habits and not play anybody's style of play but ours. And we must continue to do that.
1, 2, 3, together!
Well, one of the craziest stats I've ever heard, plus 57 in terms of rebounding for the Gamecocks in their domination of the Razorbacks. And of course, congratulations to Aliyah Boston. That's 73 career double-doubles, the new Gamecock record, surpassing Gamecock great Sheila Foster. Zaya Cook, by the way, kudos as well, with a game-high 24 points in the victory. Lots more to get into here on Gamecock Insider, so stay with us. It's all brought to you by our friends at Learfield.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Prisma Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks, and by Liberty Tap Room. Liberty Tap Room is the new home for Carolina Calls with Gamecock men's and women's basketball. Meet us at Liberty at 6 p.m. on Thursdays during the season for Carolina Calls. Liberty Tap Room and Grill, Cocky's favorite place to eat in the Vista.
Hey, Gamecock fans. I'm Coach Dawn Staley. The best teams are the ones that are always willing to do more. More in the weight room, more in the classroom, more for each other. And it's important for our team doctors to have the same mindset with access to more locations, more specially trained experts, and more personalized care. Prisma Health is doing even more to care for our team and our fans. Prisma Health, official healthcare system and team physicians for the Gamecocks.
Behind every journey is the road that got you there, and your Carolina Ford dealer is there for every mile. That's what it means to be true blue. Right now, get great offers on a wide selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Ford trucks and SUVs ranked #1 in brand loyalty. We're going the extra mile so you'll be true blue too. Now get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 retail customer cash on a new 2022 Ford F-150, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Good morning, America. Today, thousands of our teammates will make and deliver over 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally, in towns large and small. From the heartland to the coast, our products are moving and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose. We love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Gamecock fans, Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP game day experience this basketball season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be Cocky's game day guest. Winners will receive a special invitation to Coach's radio show, tickets to that weekend's game, hotel accommodations, and the unique opportunity to join Cocky on the sideline during pregame. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Cocky's game day guest is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, here for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
Welcome back to Gamecock Insider, everybody. We are at Colonial Life Arena, the home of women's basketball and men's basketball for the University of South Carolina. And throughout this season, we've been featuring a lot of the new faces, the Know the Newbies feature. And once again, it's time for that. We're going to meet someone who joined the women's basketball program this year as a graduate transfer from Georgia Tech. Her name's Kierra Fletcher. So let's get to know another Gamecock newbie.
Yeah, definitely choosing to go to Georgia Tech was a tough decision. My dad's like a die-hard Michigan fan, so he just knew that I was going to go to Michigan. But my mom definitely knew I didn't want to stay home, and even she wanted me to venture outside of home just so I could actually grow up, because she felt that if I stayed too close, I'd stay like coddled. So I'm happy with the decision I made moving so far. It made me grow up a lot. I loved my time at Georgia Tech. It helped me grow as a person and as a player, and it's pretty much set me up to where I am today. Oh yeah. My dad is definitely my best friend. I think we talk almost every day, just about anything. We play the game together. Yeah, definitely my rock. One of my earliest memories of playing basketball is actually my dad played in this police academy league, and I remember running across the court trying to get to him while he was playing. I had to stop the game, and he had to pick me up and take me back to the bench, and I started crying just because I wanted to be around him. My dad's inspiring just because I just look up to him a lot. He's a role model for me. He's a police officer. I think I model a lot of what I do after him, both him and my mom really, but especially him. We just have a lot of the same things in common, and we pretty much have the same type of personality as well, so we're just like two peas in a pod. Of the way that my season ended, career ended with Georgia Tech, and then even when I got here, still battling some injuries with the same foot and everything like that. So I feel like I've just been slowly but surely getting back into a rhythm. The injury part has been troubling sometimes. I would say more so on the mental than physically, just because I know physically I will get there, but mentally it's just sometimes daunting.
Speaking of transfers, let's turn our attention to our Terminix Pest Player of the Week. That's going to be Ayanna Ockley. She is new to the Gamecock women's tennis program, but boy, has she made an impact already in this her senior season. She's ranked 20th in the nation, and she just pulled off an upset of the number 13 player in the country. That earned her SEC Women's Tennis Player of the Week, and also our Terminix Pest Player of the Week. We've got more of Gamecock Insider coming up in just a bit, so stay with us.
When you need to find a new roommate, there's a RAV for that. Lease a new 2023 Toyota RAV4 LE for just $309 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
was perfectly happy where I was. I just coached one of the biggest games of my life. Then, just 3 days later, I was moving to South Carolina. That was unexpected. But that's how life works. Colonial Life's benefits keep you prepared for life's unexpected moments, empowering people to achieve their goals and keep moving forward. Colonial Life, keep unexpecting.
Gamecock fans, Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP game day experience this basketball season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be Cocky's game day guest. Winners will receive a special invitation to Coach's radio show, tickets to that weekend's game, hotel accommodations, and a unique opportunity to join Cocky on the sideline during pregame. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Cocky's game day guest is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, here for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
Good hard work has earned Devin McMichael the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the women's track and field team, Devin is a sport and entertainment management major with a 3.95 grade point average. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
Solid defensively on Jackson as well.
Spin by Jackson, fadeaway baseline. That's one of the reasons scouts love him.
That's your Sandsbury. Did you see that play? Gigi Jackson with a move that can really only be described as one made by a future NBA player. That was really something special to see. And he had a few of those in that contest. His first ever 30-point game against the Auburn Tigers. As we carry on here on the program, we're going inside the film room. We're going to turn our attention back to Aliyah Boston, National Player of the Year last season and someone who's in the hunt for it once again this year. She recently eclipsed Carolina's record for career double-doubles, and we're going to find out from her what goes into making such an amazing night.
When did you realize you had something special? I mean, she started her career, her first game, she had a triple-double in her first game. When did you know you had something really special?
Yeah, well, the recruiting process. But when practice started and she started talking, and that's something that normal freshmen don't do. Like normal freshmen are like, they don't say anything. They're real quiet and try to stay hidden a little bit. But this one right here, she was talking people through ball screens and defensive coverages and how to run plays. And so it was different right away. You could tell. And then her getting acclimated to the speed of play and the physicality. And I think one time I said, stop playing high school basketball. Didn't I say something like that? Did you not talk to me?
Yeah, I was mad because what?
Yeah, but that was it. The next day, her whole mood changed, the way she approached the game. I mean, she's just done a phenomenal job of not just getting better at a year at a time, but every single day she gets better at something. Like you don't have to tell her one thing. You know, you could give her 2 or 3 things and she'll build on it, and then you can give her 2 or 3 new things the next day.
Well, Aliyah, and we'll let Coach answer this as well.
Your head inflating from here.
Well, I was gonna say, Aliyah, where do you think you've improved the most since year 1 to now?
Oh, I would definitely say my patience around the basket, thanks to Coach Fred, honestly, because he just talks to me a whole lot about being patient, about just paying attention to what's happening, and also like my mental area. I think I've gotten a lot better with my mental space. Once again, thanks Coach Fred, because he's always been my outlet since freshman year, and even now he's still my outlet. And in the future, right? I can call you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, now his head's getting really big.
Well, I was going to tell you, can the camera see this? Show him the sigh and the when I tell you.
Literally, that's it.
Well, I think we've got the play queued up, the record-breaking play. Let's go ahead and take a look at that here and tell us what's going through your mind or what you remember about this.
Well, I was really I don't know.
That's great, though. The way that you held on the ball, it was a keeper, you made a read, that's big. I mean, that's the growth of your game. You wouldn't do that, earlier on in your career, but this is aggressive. And you missed the first one, stayed after it, yeah. Loose ball. And look at the back dribble. Look at the back dribble to create the space. You keep the ball in front of your head so she can't block it. And then history's...
You see my pump fake?
Yeah, history's made right there. That's the patience we were talking about, though.
Yeah.
I know that you've seen this in film, and you've been to a lot of our games, right? that sometimes she can get moving too fast. That's the real growth of her game this year, is her pace of play and her patience, and that's a big difference. That's that's a good clip for that.
What I see in a lot of these clips, though, when she takes the ball to the hole, is the quick first step that I think is such a key ingredient to her success in being able to get past defenders. That first step just seems to take nothing.
Yeah, well, she's a unicorn because her size and power, along with her quickness, it sets her apart. So that's something you don't really see in bigs all the time, but she's got a natural, like, quick first step.
Let's see what else she's got.
Yep.
Oh gosh, let's see.
There's lots of clips.
Trying to post up.
Yeah, there's always a lot of attention. Look at how many, three jerseys right around you, right?
Right, but so we've been working on her elevating the defense, and then that reverse pivot seal to the high-low, that's textbook. That's next level stuff. Good catch.
That was a foul. Okay.
Got fouled. Yeah, she's leaning on you.
You ever get used to having so many defenders around you?
I mean, sometimes, but not all the time. But I'm getting better at it.
Watch you move without the ball here.
This is like Arkansas.
Yeah, it's a pretty good duck in. Good outside hand. Shot fake to set up the drive. Step through. That's good. That's good.
There's that
How
first
come
step
we're only
again.
watching all the good clips?
I said put the bad clips in there.
Wait. Can I do, look at me operating this thing too. Look at that. Hey, this is something you've only seen your senior year. Look at the little attitude at the end.
I know, count it. But you know what,
That's
though?
brand
I got
new.
to start using my left hand on that.
Yeah, sure.
It probably went in on the first one.
Yep.
Turn hard-working days into happy nights. Our battery 8K homeowner system starts at just $199.99. Real steel. Find yours at over 10,000 local steel dealers.
Hey Gamecock fans, I'm Coach Lamont Paris. The best teams are the ones that are always willing to do more. More in the weight room, more in the classroom, more for each other. And it's important for our team doctors to have the same mindset. With access to more locations, more specially trained experts, and more personalized care, Prisma Health is doing even more to care for our team and our fans. Prisma Health, official healthcare system and team physicians for the Gamecocks.
Dawn Staley has brought a second national championship back to South Carolina.
Throughout my life, my friends and my family have supported me through the championships and the challenges. That's why it's so important for me to lift people up, to help them overcome the obstacles in their way. Colonial Life benefits keep you prepared for life's unexpected moments, empowering people to achieve goals they thought weren't possible. That's what really matters. Colonial Life, keep unexpecting.
When you need to find a new roommate, there's a RAV for that. Lease a new 2023 Toyota RAV4 LE for just $309 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Gamecock Insider, everybody. I'm your host, Derek Scott. I also host a podcast called Gamecock Talk on the Gamecocks Plus platform. Recently, I had a chance to visit with Chris Lowe, a nationally respected ESPN college football reporter whose roots run deep here in South Carolina. He knows a lot about the Gamecocks, knows a lot about Shane Beamer, and had a lot of interesting things to say about how Coach Beamer has rebuilt this Gamecock football program in such short order.
Yeah, I thought there were almost 3 seasons within a season, to be honest with you. When you look at sort of what happened this year and the fact that they had some lows, but some real highs. But that's not uncommon in the SEC, especially when you're just starting out trying to build a program the way Shane Beamer is. So I don't think that's really uncommon. I thought probably what was most impressive about this football team, it was much like last year, is when they had bad games or they got embarrassed or hammered the way they did against Georgia, the way they did against Florida on the road. And I think this is a credit to Shane and his staff and the leadership on that team, is they didn't stay down. They picked themselves back up and came back and played really good football. And that's hard to do. It really is hard to do in the SEC. When it starts going bad or you have a really bad game and the fans start questioning you, the people on the message boards. You're getting these tough questions by the media. You know, you go back to the Georgia game, and Shane was asked point blank if his kids quit. And, you know, in this day and age of social media, every kid's on social media. They know what's out there, what's being said. And I think for Shane and the staff to get that team back and play quality football and play their best football, really when it mattered down the stretch, I think says volumes about this program, where it's come, and really about the future too.
So Shane gets a new contract. It was certainly warranted. What do you hear about Shane Beamer from others in the league and in the sport after his first 2 years in the job?
Well, the first thing I would say is Shane, I'm going to ask Shane for a loan. In fact, I've already texted him and want to know if he'll give me a loan. I mean, I've known the guy for 2 decades, so I figured that's the least he could do. No, I mean, he's, you know, as crazy as it sounds, he's about right where he should be market value in SEC coaches. Now, you know, 6.5 or 6.6 average. I think a lot of people would say, well, that's a huge bump for a guy who's only been there for 2 years. But he came in at such a low salary, 2.75. He was the lowest paid. Shane was the lowest paid head coach in Power 5 football last year. And, you know, I think he bet on himself after that first year. There were some talks after that first year, for whatever reason, it bogged down. He did not get a new contract. Again, going back to Shane and his confidence, he felt like they were headed in the right direction. He bet himself, and he absolutely deserved a raise, a big raise, and he got one. He's still though about 8th or 9th in the league when you look at salary. So I think that's probably about, you know, to get a $4 million raise or nearly a $4 million raise from where he was is about right. Now, what comes next is, and you guys know this, that when you get that kind of raise and you go to over $6 million a year, fans and administration and boosters and donors are going to expect the product to go up as well, or to certainly to stay the same and not dip. And that's very difficult in the SEC, not to have some dips because of how good the recruiting is and how good the coaching is. And it's just a monster of a league. So there will be added pressure, knowing Shane as I do. I don't think, though, that really is going to impact him. He's going to work and go about his business and do it the way he does it. He's going to be active on social media. Some people might not like him. You know, Shane's been sort of one of those bite back kind of guys on social media. I think his players probably like that. They see it as, hey, he's standing up for us and the program. But I don't think the fact that Shane's going to be making over $6 million a year is going to impact the way he does his job or the way he goes to work every day.
You know, you point out what that means in terms of how the expectations may change. And certainly just looking as an example at Arkansas, you know, Sam was the talk of the town, the toast of the town. And now you hear rumblings that there are some people, maybe some skepticism in just a year's time. And it's not as if Arkansas went into a tailspin this year, but the nature of the beast, I guess, in SEC football is fans always, you know, whatever you achieve, there's going to be a ratcheting up of expectations following that achievement with an expectation of more. And the longer you're there, the harder that is to continue to rise. Your ceiling's not infinite, I guess.
Well, it's the SEC, and it's been like that forever. It really has. It doesn't really matter where you are. I shouldn't say that. I think there's some schools that have expectations are out the roof, but everybody that spends money and puts in the resources to win, and certainly South Carolina would be one of those schools, expects their program to be a nationally relevant program.
Download the Gamecock app and play 3 Points the hard way. Brought to you by Hardee's, with the best made-from-scratch biscuits. If the women's basketball team makes 3 3-pointers in a game, you can score a free sausage biscuit at Hardee's the day after the game during breakfast hours. Get your biscuit at participating Columbia and Spartanburg area Hardee's. Feed your happy and order ahead at Hardee's.com.
Good morning, America. Today, thousands of our teammates will make and deliver over 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally, in towns large and small. From the heartland to the coast, our products are moving and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose. We love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Hey! We wanted to bring by a little gift and say, welcome to the neighborhood.
And we want to invite you guys out this weekend. We're having a little tailgate in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, go Gamecocks! Woo! Right? Right?
Put it all back. Babe, get your stuff.
Yeah, it matters that much.
Behind every journey is the road that got you there, and your Carolina Ford dealer is there for every mile. That's what it means to be true blue. Right now, get great offers on a wide selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Ford trucks and SUVs ranked #1 in brand loyalty. We're going the extra mile so you'll be true blue too. Now get 0% financing for 36 months, plus 1,000 retail customer cash on a new 2022 Ford F-150, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
For over 40 years, Sound and Images has been South Carolina's corporate multimedia partner for live events. Sound and Images is also your resource for commercial audiovisual installations. Help your teams collaborate more efficiently with a custom-crafted AV solution from Sound and Images. Whether you want a single monitor upgrade or a turnkey AV system, we are dedicated to helping you incorporate easy-to-use technology into your space. And we offer the best-in-class support and service. Elevate your AV. Call Sound and Images today.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Prisma Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks, and by Liberty Tap Room. Liberty Tap Room is the new home for Carolina Calls with Gamecock men's and women's basketball. Meet us at Liberty at 6 p.m. on Thursdays during the season for Carolina Calls. Liberty Tap Room and Grill, Cocky's favorite place to eat in the Vista.
Back to wrap things up on this week's edition of Gamecock Insider. Time for our On the Road feature, which is brought to you, as always, by our friends at Toyota. Let's go places. Gamecock women's team circle the calendar for next Sunday. The rivalry that has become a yearly real festival of college hoops, and that is UConn and South Carolina. Don Staley's squad will be heading up to Stores to see Gino Auriemma and his Lady Huskies, as they do every single season. Looking forward to that matchup again. That is next Sunday at noon. And that is On the Road, brought to you by Toyota. That'll wrap things up for this week's edition of the program. Thanks so much for joining us here on Gamecock Insider. I'm Derek Scott. We'll see you again next week.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.